Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. I am going to do a little colour challenge for myself using all of these colours. Basic Grey, Crumb Cake, Bermuda Bay, So Saffron and Coastal Cabana. And I'm going to stamp my own background using Seaside Notions. So what I want to do, kind of like a one sheet wonder, I'm going to get a piece of A4 cardstock, okay, Whisper White. And I'm going to go stamping like crazy. Now, I am going to remove my grid paper to my part used one underneath because I can just bin this once it's finished. Right, now, really lovely colours. So I'm just opening all of these up, slightly off screen, but I'd rather you see the stamping that's going on. So let's see. Let's get the colours round to the front so I can see them. I need to add in my strips, but I'm going to be sat down for this project, so I will be able to see the colours from the front. Right, now, so what have we got? Let's get some images, some stamps, whoops, added onto some blocks. Now, we don't need the sentiment ones. Okay, so let's be having the seahorse. Now let me reposition that. Oops, got a big hair hanging. So we've got the seahorse. We have got the big shell. We will have, in fact that goes in the bigger block. No it doesn't, put it on there. We have the coral. So I'll pop that on there, and I think I'll use this one as well possibly, and the smaller one, only if I'm struggling to fill in the gaps. Right, now the one that I want to stand out the most is the seahorse. So I am going to stamp this. I'm going to stamp that in grey. Basic grey. Now, the whole point of creating your own background is that it is just totally random. Let me roll my sleeves up, sorry. So that involves stamping over the boundary of your paper. So it looks like a DSP. Hang on, I've got a box in the way and I've just poked my pinky in the Bermuda Bay. Out of all the colours, it had to be the most vibrant one. Now it is important that you keep your hands clean when you do this, or you're going to get ink on your card at places that you maybe don't want it. Right, so some little areas here that could be doing little heads. What else is there? Do a part one up here. Yep, I think that's about right. Let me just check now. Yep, you can see that. You can see that. So I always tend to start with the bigger images and work my way down. So let's take this lovely coral, and I want to stamp that in Bermuda Bay. Just anywhere in the big gaps that will fit. Okay. And this is the really fun part of stamping. Okay, I think that's enough of that. I will maybe do a little bit here, tiny little bit there. Yep, great. Clean off your stamps as you go. Right, now for the, I think the big shell may be too much, but you know what, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to do this one in So Saffron. Wow, I do like that. And I am just alternating the direction of the stamp. Making sure there's little bits over the edge, etc. So for instance, a little bit here. Yep, that looks pretty good to me. And I'll be able to make 4 cards out of this. And I'm needing more customer thank you cards. So that's ideal. Right, now we do have room for the smaller shell. Now, I think I'll do this one in crumb cake for a good contrast. Wow, I like that. So this one is just going in the larger gaps, and then the smaller gaps I can use a smaller shell. Okay, sometimes you can do too much though, so if you feel you've maybe done enough, then do stop yourself. I think that looks pretty level. Right, now for the little clamshell. I think it's a clamshell. Now, the colour I'm going to use for this, I am going to actually use, let me see what Coastal Cabana looks like off screen. No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to incorporate some pool party instead. Okay. So if I shift them out the way, oh, I do like that. It's a little bit more subtle, like so. Dum da 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 da. Just filling in the little gaps. Okay, and what I'm going to do also is stamp some of these little ones in So Saffron too. Just to mix up the colour a little bit in the areas that need it, like there. And up here. And there. Where else? Where else? Where else? Here. You could have fun. You could go all day with this. Put one off screen there. Off screen, off the paper, you know what I mean. And I think here. Now, another lady who loves to do her own backgrounds is a lovely lady that I met through Stampin' Up Scotland demonstrators. A new friend of mine, and her name's Janice Thompson, Jazzle Dazzle Crafts. You've probably heard of her if you're in the Stampin' Up world. She's got some lovely projects using a variety of different stamp sets, etc. So I do like to create backgrounds too. Oh look, it's such a messy bism. I do like to create my own backgrounds as well. But sometimes you just forget about things that you enjoy while you're trying all these new things. Right, now I'm going to chop this up now. So if I get my trimmer, I do like that. Look how beautiful that is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down 4 inches. Okay. And cut down 4 to 4 inches on the longest way. You do lose it a little bit, but that's not much scrap to be honest. And I'm going to trim down to 5 3/4, and that'll fit on my standard card size. And I'm going to trim off this side, 5 3/4. So it is really minimal scrappage here. You could of course opt to make some 4x4 cards and get more out of your card. Okay, so I'm going to make 4 cards now. and I am going to use different coloured card bases. Okay, so I've got 4 there. So if I grab a piece of, let's see now, crumb cake. So if I cut that down to 4 1/8, that's 1 card. Then I am going to get a piece of, what do I want? There's so much here. Did I use Bammy Blue? No, I used Pool Party. Hang on. Let's see, I've got that much paper in here. Trying to find my So Saffron. I don't think I have any So Saffron, but that's okay, because I will use a piece of grey granite to go against the grey that I used. I know it was a different colour of grey, but they do go well. It was a basic grey I used for my stamping. Okay, so there's the second one. Grey granite. And what else do we need? So what else have we got? We have got Bermuda Bay. Let's get a piece of Bermuda Bay. Now, I do know that I do have a packet open. Yep. So let me cut a piece of this down as well. And it's just basically that I'm cutting them in half along the longest side, and then I'll fold in half and add on my layer. And then I will opt to put some sentiment sections on. Right now, last one I think. Oh dear, someone's drilling outside or driving a crazy car. What shall I use for the last one? So many lovely colours to choose from. Let me go with Pool Party. That was the 4th colour I chose last minute. Okay. So this is very much a simple stamping project. So this should be with you. This is simple stamping number 35, I'm sure, which is the 16th of November. Right, now let me get my bond folder out. And I want to make 4 really quick cards now. So you can score it 5 7/8, or you can just fold in half and burnish like so. This is a great way for making batch cards if you don't necessarily want to use a lot of your DSP, if you're a little bit of a DSP hoarder, like I do. All my DSP's in a big folder. I really need to get using it. Okay, so last card. Lovely. Right, now, let's get these stuck down. How adorable. How adorable. And we can cut them up different ways. I will do that with one of the cards. And I'll show you. Because if we were to split this in half again, this layer, we could get a further 2 cards. Okay, so there's one. Here's 2. I can hear the, it's dark outside. What time are we at? It is, 7:05 already. I can hear I think it's the geese. They must be heading north or such like. Right, now let's cut this in half to, not that part actually. Let's cut this bit down to 2. Okay. like so. And I think I'll leave that bit there now. So this one is going to go on here. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. There was a knock at the door. Completely forgot it was Junior's keyboard lesson this evening. Whoops. Right, anyway, as I was saying, you can use your own printed Simple Stampin' DSP to layer up your card. You can cut it in half, like so. And the third card, what I'm actually going to do is use my 1 3/4 circle punch, and I am simply going to punch out 3 of the stamped elements there. Okay, we're going to add that on to our card and just mix it up randomly. In fact, I think I'll use this as well. Let me see. Don't want too many seahorses, want a mix of everything. So just cut the whole thing up and let's rearrange it. Okay, now this isn't the first time you'll have seen this style card. I do like to do it. So what I think I'll do is I'm going to grab some crumb cake cardstock, because I do have a scrap piece here, and I'm going to just punch out 3 circles, 2 inches, and I'm going to layer them up onto this card, and then we shall add some sentiments, etc. Okay, so just add a splodge like so, pop it on there, do the same with this one. I have got awful indigestion. I have literally just ate 2 caramel wafer biscuits. I've ate a handful of Frutella sweeties as well, and a big cup of coffee. Right, now 3 of these don't actually fit in this card, so what can I do to make them fit? Okay, I think I will just actually keep this really simple as well. Now what you could do is you could cut this down into a little 3x3 card using this. I think I'll come back to that. I'll put that to the side. Right, this one I'm going to add a sentiment in Whisper White. So let's get the easy ones out the way first. So Whisper White, here we are. Need to find my stamp set because I had to tidy it all away. Okay, now what I'll do is I'm going to put Thinking of You on this card, okay? And don't know why I keep saying okay. Okay. Right, Thinking of You. So I'm going to press and hold that at the bottom there, like so. It's nice and discreet. Just clean off my stamp, like so. I don't think I've stamped that hard enough actually. Right, now what I might do is I might see if I can re-ink, if I can find my refill. Oh, don't know where it is, I don't know where it is. Don't know where my Whisper White is. Oh, sorry, excuse my big arm. This is a Whisper White refill. Okay, so all you need to do is, hang on, it's quite thick, so you just run it across like this, and then you run it across. I haven't got the strength in me to push this properly, to be honest. Come on. Oh, it's making farting noises at me. Okay, so we're just going to kind of mix that in. I am only putting it on the one side. That's all I need. Right, now I'm going to load up this lovely sea foam style. Oh, love it. I'm going to add some of this. Okay, I'm going to flip it around the other way. Fill in the gaps, see that? Okay. Just add a little bit more. Really want to fill in that empty grey space, like so. Yeah, my youngest's getting keyboard lessons because he's got such a talent and he's self-taught himself everything, which is what self-taught means. Oh, right, so this is our card. I'm going to add a white area here. Now, if I add on one of these elements, I could cover that up, but I think I'll actually use a pretty label punch. Okay, now what I think I'll do is grab some Whisper White, and I'm going to stamp in Bermuda Bay. Nice bold colour. In fact, no, I'm going to do it in grey. Basic grey, because it is the a grey cardstock. It's a lighter cardstock, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's choose a sentiment. Thinking of you. Go with what I was planning to do. So stamp that in grey, that's better. And I'm going to just punch that out, centre it. Okay. And I'm just going to add some grey around the edges of this, like so, just a little bit. And then I am simply going to stick it down with some wet glue and just overlap that slightly. Make sure it's straight. Okay, stay down. Okay, so that's one wee card. So I think that's adorable. This one, I think I'll cut a strip of white across. Okay, so I'm going to cut a strip that measures one inch. Because that is going to go over there, okay? And I'm going to cut a strip which is 1 1/4 inches in the crumb cake, which is the same as the cardstock on the back. Okay, now these both need to measure, sorry I'm off screen slightly with my cutter, both need to measure 5 3/4. So I'm just popping that in. 5 3/4, just slightly short of it. And 5 3/4 again in the white. Oh, didn't cut that properly there. Okay, so let's get this stuck down onto the crumb cake, like so. That looks pretty straight to me. And we're going to add that panel directly across the pad, the card. God, I can't even speak properly now. See, when I'm interrupted, it really does knock me for six. I lose my train of thought, as they say. Right, now, I could do it up and down the way. I could do it at the top. No, I'm just going to have to cover that little seahorse's head. Sorry, seahorse. Okay, now this one I'm going to stamp in the So Saffron. Now because this is layered, I think I'm going to, this is already layered in the crumb cake, I think I'll add this onto there. Or another little one, let me see. There's lots you can do with these sets, lots. This little guy here could actually complete the card if I stick that on there. How cool is that? Right, no, I'm going to go with what I was going to do first. And that is stamp sentiment straight in the middle. Right, so if I clean up my thinking of you, so I've stamped that in the grey on the previous card. Oops. I think I'm getting better at being on screen a little bit better. Okay. Right. Let's do happy birthday. So saffron. Nearly put that inside the, I'm going to pop this at the end. Nearly stuck it in my Whisper White ink there. Right, so I've popped that at the end and it means I need to add something along here. So let me stamp in grey using this lovely little stamp here. And you can use this as a border. As you can see, it works really well. So that's our second wee card. So there's two complete. Okay. Right, now, card 3 and 4 we need to do. Right, now this one, I think I'll keep it quite simple. And I am going to stamp Here's to You on a piece of Whisper White in the hope that, doing this in Bermuda Bay to go with the cardstock, in the hope that I'm able to cut it out using this everyday label punch. So let's check it out. Oops, it's upside down. Here's to You. Right, let's try this out. Perfect. I love how most of the sets have got a little sentiment that works with the everyday label punch. That's going to go there. Now what I do want is a piece of Bermuda Bay. See how I'm getting very messy now. So let's get a scrap piece. Okay, and all I want to do is adhere this on. Tiny bit glue so it doesn't overlap too much, and I'll utilise this spare wee section here to make sure it's lined up. Okay, now I need to grab my scissors, which are back in the tool case. Come on, whoosha, whoosha, whoosha. These old fingers of mine are definitely not working like they used to. Right, so I'm just going to cut this off for now. Right, so cut along to give it a little border, and you could leave it square like that, or you could trim off to coincide with the same shape as your everyday label punch, like so. Isn't that cute? Do you like that? And remember, these are simple cards, but they're very effective. So I'll pop that there. Okay. And you could put on the inside, happy birthday. Here's to you, and then happy birthday. But I'm not going to line these cards at the minute. Okay, so there's card number 3 done. Now we need to do this sticky wicket one. So, what am I going to do? I think I will stamp this wee guy on. Just clean my stamp off first. I am simply going to stamp him on using Bermuda Bay because I want it to stand out. I'm just looking for my large block. Right, Bermuda Bay, where are you? And then I'll show you what we're going to do. So I'm just going to pop him there, okay. Lovely. Now he is on the Coastal Cabana cardstock, but that's absolutely fine. Then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to see if I can, where's my other one? Going to see, no, it doesn't work. Now I'm annoying myself. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stamp a few of him. Like so. Just creating a background. Why not? Right. See how easy that is? Now that's a bit better. That is a bit better. So I'm thinking I actually have a square stitched shape here that I cut out for a previous project. I may layer it up like so, okay, or I may just simply stamp in there and add some die cut images. I think I'll do that. Right, now I'm going to do happy birthday. Here's to you. Now, I think I will stamp in, I'm going to stamp in right here in the Bermuda Bay. Okay, happy birthday. Here's to you. And let me just clean off my stamps. I'll add a little something at the bottom. Right. Happy birthday. Here's to you. Right, now what I'm going to do is I am going to stamp, if I can find my little block, I'm going to stamp this onto a piece of Bermuda Bay. I'm going to do a couple of them. Now, I get quite annoyed when I have to actually stop my videos because, see, when you transfer it and export it, it takes so much longer to, I need to convert it to join the videos together, so it's a bit annoying when that happens. But I know it can't be helped. Right, I'm just adding a little bit more sentiment in there. Oh, my lips are all dry today. All dry. Okay. So, I think this is going to turn out alright. So I'm just going to fussy cut these out. Right, there's one. There's two. And I will add these onto my sentiment area, which I'm going to raise up with some foam pads or dimensionals. Right, so let's find them. So get my foam pads here. Geez, this is going on a little bit, this tutorial, but it's fine because we're all here chatting with each other. Right, now, let's do this. So, Now the key with these is do not put them too close to the edge or they will be visible to the eye, but you'll know that already with your dimensions. Okay, right, let's get these picked off. 1, 2. The only thing about making cards up as you go is it can take a little longer to do online, do on the actual tutorial. So if you're still here watching, thank you. Right, so I'm just going to pop that off to the right side at the bottom. Then I'm simply going to attach with wet glue one of the shells up in the right hand corner, and or should I do the bottom? No, I'm going to do that. I think I'll keep it just one. Yeah, I'm going to keep it just one. So that's our cards done. Just want to add some embellishments. So if I close all of these ink pads and tidy a quick wee bit. Right, so let me just clear the way here. I just want everything off screen rather. Get that wisp of white ink away. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 little cards. Now, what I think I'll do is I will use this little fussy cut shell on one of these cards. Now, just trying to think where it would be best placed. May not even be best placed at all. You know what, I'm going to stick this one underneath. So I'll put it like so. I'm going to pop it underneath. And I'm just going to press against that with my scissors till it takes. There we go. There. Right, so 4 cards. Lovely jubbly. Let me adjust this camera a second. So let's add some gorgeous embellishments. Now I'm going to use the iridescent sequins, not the pearlescent. Oh dear, what am I like? Now remember, last time I used these, I dropped them all over the place. Look how pretty they are though. Let's see what else do I have. They are gorgeous. So we have lots of different colours in here. Look at that, how beautiful is that? But you know what, I'm going to actually cheat. I'm going to use my adhesive back sequins for quickness. That's not them. Because I'm just aware of the time here. Right, now, let's see, what do we have? We have the Gingham Gala sequins. I have these here as well. So let's see if there's anything in there. I don't want to use flowers, but I do have a couple of the little yellow sequins. I might use a couple of them. I have a couple of clear ones on there. I have some pink left. Okay, so pop them away. What I'll do is I'll get my pick tool. Sorry if you hear my phone buzzing. My work WhatsApp is going absolutely daft. Right, now I'm going to pop the yellow ones one on each side, like so. Just to give it a little bit of bling. Pop these away. I'll get the adhesive backseat ones, the standard ones now, which are in here. Okay, now I can't remember the colours of these. Let me quickly check. This would have been great for a live project. Right, so here's the embellishments. So it's not the gala, it's the, where are they? Let me see. I think they're on the previous page. Yeah, page 117. Basic is adhesive backseat ones. So we've got mint macaron, petal white, petal pink, Sahara sand and soft sea foam. So the Sahara sand one would go nice with this. So let me pop a couple on. They're not necessary, but I think what I'll do is I will just pop some along here. Now look how gorgeous they are. I don't know if you could see that. I'm going to pop 3 on there, like so. That's 2 cards done. Let's see now. I'm going to use the white on this card. You know what, I'm not going to use any on that card actually, I think it's nice enough. What I will do though is I will add some Wink of Stella onto this gorgeous little shell at the front. So let me see. Wow, that's good. Let me add some to the background one as well, just to give it a little bit of sparkle. Do you like that? Do you like that? Okay, let me leave that out. Don't need to put any sparkle on that. Don't need to put any sparkle on that. And they've got bling on them. And this one, I think I will use those little glitter dot things that I have, little enamel dots, so I'll get them out there now. And then that'll be us about finished. So a very long project, but worth it to get the live chat lasting a little longer. So, right, let me pop them away somewhere safe. Right, now these little retired ones I'm going to use are in here. It's got the larger ones and the little smaller ones. Oopsie. I really need to tidy up my craft supplies. Things are getting a bit messy. Right, so sorry about the wobble. Right, now can you see them? We've got the little, come on, focus. The little clear ones here. We have these ones with the glitter. Hang on. Can you see that slightly? So let's use some of the larger ones. Oops. Stuck to my finger. So we're just randomly popping these on. Just in the white space. I do like that. I think one more down here. Brilliant, I do like that. Okay guys, just quickly, I shall quickly recap. So, now that I've cleaned all my stamps, I could put them all the way back in the box. Right, now, this is just to recap the cards made with the Seaside Notions. So we've made 4 cards, we've hand stamped all of our background. This is from one sheet, there's a little sentiment at the bottom. We have this one here, which is again the hand stamp sheet with a layered sentiment section using the wee background stamp, some sequins and the lovely So Saffron colour in there. And we have this one, half a sheet was used with the Pretty Label punch and the Thinking of You with some Gingham Gala sequins. And then the last card is my favourite because it didn't go to plan and then it turned out quite pretty. So this is the gorgeous Coastal Cabana card with the Bermuda Bay stamped images, a square, I think that's 2-inch stitched shape die with the same colour of ink on there. This is Bermuda Bay on Coastal Cabana. If you want to use Coastal Cabana tone on tone, that would work as well. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4 cards from the one stamp set, and I just want to show you the previous recap on the previous projects that I've done the other week, which was simple stamping, this one and this one. So I've used the same colour scheme all these cards pretty much, but they're very different in their own light. Thank you so much for joining, and thanks for chatting during this live as well. If you make any of these projects using this stamp set or you want to purchase it, just contact me, tag me in a post, etc. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your Saturday, guys. Thanks. Bye.